All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Mount Hope Meadows. Today we are working on this Husqvarna 350. We are putting a 346 XP cylinder on it. Just got it in the mail today. Just got a cheaper one. I'm interested to see how long, well, see how well it'll hold up. Compared to like a factory cylinder. I bought the saw for like $10 from a guy not too far from here. Piston was all messed up. Here's the piston. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's all scored up. And the cylinder's not too great either. But I got this 346 cylinder that we're going to put on it. So I cleaned out the crankcase and everything. Still a little dirty on the outside still, but the inside's clean. I'm not going to do the seals just yet. I will do them. I don't know if I'm doing it in this video. Let me lay out another paper towel here so we don't get any dirt all up in our cylinder. Okay, laid out a rag here. See what we got. The cylinder looks pretty good. Few little defects here and there, but just be expected. Probably could clean it up a little bit with the Dremel, but let's just see how it runs first. Got a little piston. You guys can see this. Got the wrist pin here, little clips. And a ring. I did not see a gasket. I thought it was going to come with a gasket. So I guess we'll just have to use some silicone, or I should get a gasket. Alright, so jump forward a little bit. I just took the gasket off the old cylinder. It was actually still in pretty decent shape, so it came pretty much right off. So put that on, the piston's on, the ring's on, the little clips to hold the wrist pin is in there. I made sure the arrow faces toward exhaust. As with all two-stroke engines, whether you're working on a dirt bike or a chainsaw or a leaf blower, the arrow always points towards the exhaust. I'm gonna slide this cylinder down. I put some two-stroke oil up in there to help lubricate a little bit. So we will attempt to slide this on. I might actually, debating if I want to install a carburetor boot right now, or after. Make sure it fits first. Alright, so fast forward quite a bit. We got it mostly put back together. Carburetor's back on, coil's on, recoil, spark plugs in. I just checked, it has spark. So I'm gonna put the handle back on down there. Then we're gonna see if it'll run. So I know it needs a fuel breather. It leaks out of the fuel breather. Pretty common problem with most of these older Husqvarnas, like that one had to replace it. It's a 55. This one needs it replaced. There's Husqvarna 36 down there that should be replaced. It leaks a little bit. So I'm gonna throw this handlebar back on, and we'll try to see if it'll run. All right, I got the handle put on. We also gonna put the muffler on. I will be doing a muffler mod, but right now I'm just gonna put it on the saw. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, so the muffler is back on, and everything is pretty much back together, except top cover and the air filter and stuff. But to help break this in for the first run, I'm gonna put 40 to 1 in it, and then we'll run 50 to 1 after that. The tank's empty. Like I said, it needs a fuel breather, so it's probably gonna leak a little bit of fuel. I won't put too much in there, but I'll be sure when I get the fuel breather in, we'll run a full tank of this 40 to 1 through it. I really like these kind of cans for these chainsaws because you can see in the tank while you're filling it up, and it's real easy to stop it, and so you don't overfill. I picked this can up a couple months ago, I guess. So we didn't put too much in there. It's probably all just gonna try to leak out. But let's try to start this thing. It's dark out right now, but I guess I'll bring you out here and see if we can try to get this thing started. Alright, so I've never heard this thing run. It's been blown up when I got it, so since we got it. I'm gonna throw a little bit of fuel down there, see if I can help get it started. So ignition's on. I guess we can push the decompression button. Popped. Yes. Well, it ran. That's a good thing. Oiling all over the concrete. And it's dumping out fuel. So I think we'll continue this video once I get a fuel breather in for this. I meant to order it, but I forgot. Alright, so I'll see you whenever I get the fuel breather. Okay, so it is the next day, and I believe I have found the problem. I'm glad I am investigating this before buying a fuel breather, because I took a closer look, and the fuel breather down there is not leaking. I noticed it was coming from the fuel line, and see those right there? It's got 2 big cracks in it, and it's leaking out fuel. So I'm gonna replace this fuel line. I got some line right here. It's the correct size. So I'm gonna pop that out and I'll pop the new one back in. All right, so I just got the new fuel line installed. A little bit of slack back up. All right, new fuel line's installed. Filter's back on. You put some gas in it. I have a new air filter for it too. Husqvarna air filter. We're gonna put some more gas in it and tune it a little bit so it'll sit here and run a little bit. And again, we're gonna put 40 to 1 back in it. So fill it up and we'll get it tuned in. Alright, that's running pretty good. Not completely tuned in. Don't want to get it too warm with that fresh rebuild, but we'll let it cool down and we'll start it back up. Alright, so I don't know, it's like the next day, I think, maybe the day after. But I got top cover put on, chain, bar and chain put back on, sharpened it up. We'll see how it cuts. I think someone hit a rock, so with the chain, so it's not super sharp. I did sharpen it. Cover back on, filled, put up with fuel and oil. Bought a tuning screwdriver. I'm sure it's gonna need a little bit of tuning, but let's see how it cuts some wood. I'm gonna go easy on it to start, because it's a fresh cylinder. So I haven't started it since yesterday, so we'll see how it starts. Alright, it's way too rich, but I can't find the screw, so I might have to take the cover back off. She's a little ripper. Yeah, tune that load jet a little bit. It shut off on me. That wasn't me that did that. But I call it a success. Alright, so I call it a complete success. It's running great. It's my first experience with a Chinese top end on a chainsaw. And so far I'm really happy with it. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm not expecting it to last as long as an OEM top end, but it's actually the first chainsaw I rebuilt the engine in. I rebuilt a couple other engines, but not one in a chainsaw. We still have this bracket to modify, make fit on here. This is actually for a 346. And it has this other little part down here, but the 350s don't have that. So I gotta just cut that off. And I'll put that on there. I will also be doing a muffler mod for this, which will probably just be an extra port on it or something. But other than that, it runs great. Plenty of power. So again, this is a 346 top end on a 350. So I'll make a video on the muffler mod. So the 350, 346 build was a success. Next saw on the table will be this Echo CS 5000. I got this from one of my dad's friends. It runs. Needs a little bit of tuning. Gonna do some other repairs and stuff to it. But then this will be a nice saw too. I believe these are actually professional saws, professional grade saws. So it'll be a nice one to have. Because yeah, it's a nice magnesium case, not plastic like that one. So that will be the next chainsaw video. So thanks for watching, everybody, and catch you on the next one.